Hello YouTube, this is Queen Violet 8 where it's good to be queen, coming to you with another video. I hope you guys are staying safe and well, because we're under a winter weather advisory and they've got us where pretty much it's shelter in place, don't move. The state troopers were on TV talking about if you ain't got to be out, please stay off the roads. Said they had so many wrecks and people trying to go here and there knowing how bad the weather is, but y'all just stay safe out there. And if you don't have to leave your house, don't. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video. Finally picked up some mail. We're slowly getting it in here and there, but in some parts it's way worse. But let's get on to the video. And one thing I wanted to talk about was I had bought these book covers, Mylar book covers or book sleeves. And pretty much you take them and you put them on your books and it gives you that nice, almost library clear protection for your books. But the funny thing is, is when I was in school, once again showing my age, we used brown paper bags. Brown paper bags. That's how we rolled back in the day. You had your brown paper bags that you covered your books with. But if you was really neat, and I'm going to show you something that I've kept for a long time. And these are Batman, the animated series book covers. And these came out in 92. And I've had these. I'm going to have to pick up my camera, so y'all do forgive me. But these came out a long time ago, back in 1992. And you can see right there, I wrote science book on there. But that's pretty funny. But I've had these. They came from Kroger. And my sister worked there. And she was the one who got them for us. And I've had these ever since. I've got him and Catwoman. Him versus Poison Ivy as well. I need to get them, I need to get them laminated. But if you were at Kroger in 92, they gave these away. And I'm glad I hung on to mine. And here's another of him, Catwoman, stealing some kind of statue. But yeah, this is what you were covering your books. I had like 6 of them. But I managed to hang on to 3. But I used the other ones. But I bought myself some more book covers for my hardcover books so that I could protect them as best I can. But I love those and I need to get them laminated. I don't think I've seen anybody talk about them, but I've got so much stuff. I'll have to show you when I worked at McDonald's, when Batman, I forget, it was Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and the Riddler were all in the movie. It was Val Kilmer. I can't remember which one it was. They had fry boxes of just art for the movie. But anyway, let me get on through that. But here's my pickup. I finally got my hands on Street Fighter 4. I've been meaning to pick this up for a second. And I finally got it for the PS4, and I'm enjoying it. The RPG aspect of this is really fascinating to me. It makes it, different from what I used to play on the Sega Genesis. You just fought. Now you have to run around, and you can fight anybody from an old grandma crossing the street to a kid. But I think it's pretty neat. I also went ahead and picked up Onimusha 2, Samurai Destiny. I got to get the first one for the PS4. Then I got for the PSP, this was just really cheap. That is Neverland Card Battle. It's what it says. It's pretty much a little card battle game. It's mediocre at best. Nobody's exactly just telling you to run out and grab it, but just an extra game on the PSP. Then I went ahead and grabbed Chrono Cross, Radical Dreamers Edition. Sorry about that glare, it's my fan. But if you pay attention to this, there's one thing I know for sure that is fact. If it's not even open, if they re-release games for modern consoles, especially those who have gone up in price of its original PlayStation, what it was on first, they may not re-release it for another, few years unless somebody wants them to do it. But if it's a re-release of an old game, please go ahead and get it because it will become harder to find later. Then I've been reading, like I said, the Pawn of Prophecy in the Belgrade. And I got to say, we've come into a new character named Silk, and I like him. He is the thief rogue of the group, and he is a truly fascinating character, and he is so funny. Something bad happened, and dude was like, what do you say? Skinflint. That's the new word. But He's really a shrewd guy. He's a businessman of the group, and he's almost, I want to say, a weasel-like character, but he'd be one that you would want to have on your team in case something happened. He knows all the back roads. He knows how to hustle. His hustle is really good. He knows something similar to sign language, which he's teaching Gary on how to do. Let me just read. Excuse me, I was drinking some tea. Let me just read this one page that is so funny. Let's see, where is it? I got the... here it is. All right. Silk bowed and took the parchment. "Come along, boy," he said to Garyon, and led the way from the room. "What happened?" Garyon asked, when they were outside in the blustery street. "We got the price I wanted," Silk said, somewhat smugly. "But you didn't say anything," Garyon objected. "We spoke at a great length, Garyon," Silk said. "Weren't you watching? All I saw was the two of you wiggling your fingers at one another." "That's how we spoke. It's a separate language in my countrymen devised thousands of years ago. It's called the secret language, and it's much faster than the spoken one." And I know that's sign language. They're just calling it the secret language. But all dude did was wiggle his fingers and sold his turnips. They're traveling under the disguise of turnip wagons, excuse me. And that's how they're pretty much evading everybody by taking up the wagoneer's life. See the world, travel. And I pose like, we got to stop somewhere and get us a bed, which is what they were doing right there, was stopping to get rid of the turnips in order to get a new contract. So now they're going to be delivering hams to Murgo, which is where they're going now. But really good book, enjoying it. Then I picked up some more books. And I made sure to pick this one up. The Dreadful Future of Blossom Cup. I've talked about this, and I've talked about this, and I've talked about this. And I love this book, and I didn't know it came in hardcover. But I went ahead and picked it up. I think I saw one signed by Mr. Peck, and I may be grabbing that one. But read this book. It is so funny. So many people is really, really funny. And I wish I could find the one about her. Let me see if I can find it. Let me find it. Let's see here. Where is it? I'm looking for it. Let's see. It's Old Man Lavetti. I'm trying to find. Wait. Here it is. I found it. Okay, here it is. I'm reading this. I'm sorry, y'all, but I really want y'all to know about it. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is where she just gets caught by Old Man Lavetti. "As I turned, I saw a great bear shadow, a great bear-shaped shadow filling the henhouse door. As I was staring into both barrels of a shotgun. 'Hold your fire,' I sighed. 'I'm unarmed.' The barrels twitched. 'Are you a boy or a dwarf?' 'Neither,' I answered, somewhat discouraged. As there's no back way out of a hen house, I was soon in the open air which cleared my head. Through both barrels were still trained on me. 'Why, there you are, old Mr. Lavetti,' I said quite politely. 'I've been looking all over the place for you.' 'I'll bet,' Old Man Lavetti thundered. A rising moon played on his thatch of white hair and whiskers. He's an immense old person, but spry. He squinted at me down the gun's barrels. 'Darned if you ain't a girl.' 'That's right,' I replied. 'Come to pay you a neighborly call if you recollect, I dropped in on you last Halloween.' 'How many chickens did that cost me that time?' he asked in a threatening voice. 'It was a visit in your best interest. So is this one. Last year, I saved your private from being knocked over. This is your lucky day. I'm back to do you another good turn. If you ain't cool as a cucumber,' Old Man Lavetti marveled. He lowered his barrels. 'Seems like I do recollect a young gal hanging round my privy.' 'What'd you say your name was?' 'Let it Schumbug,' I answered. since I always give Letty's name whenever I'm in a tight corner. So, she just totally lied, said it was another girl, but nonetheless, y'all please, eBay's got them, Amazon got, y'all got to read this. Funny. Let me get on through it. I'm sorry, I'm taking too long. Then I picked up Shadow and Bone. And I've been watching the Netflix. I'm like episode 2. I also started watching The Sandman. Neil Gaiman's The Sandman. Really good show. I really like that one. But I got this one. It came from Better World Books. It is actually, I was surprised, a first edition. So I'm grateful for that. Then I picked up this one, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. This one is called Name Drop. And it's pretty much K-drama. It's just a written K-drama. So this guy and this girl, the guy is actually the president's son of the company this girl is interning at. So it's summer break, and pretty much his dad's like, you going to the company, you going to work as an intern, you ain't going to say crap. You understand me? And he's like, yes, father. They really put emphasis on you learning the family business. So what he does, since they share the same name, he trades places with her. He does her intern job, and she's learning about the family business. But she's like, well, I'm getting connections, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not. Everyone knows that's not going to work. I mean, if the father comes down, sees her doing his son's job, he going to know something up. But the son just wants to laze and do nothing. So pretty much he's giving this girl his job, and he's taking it easy. But I'm looking forward to reading this one. It's by Susan Lee. Then I picked up, and I've been meaning to get me one of these collections, The Classic Mysteries of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. Got this one real cheap, $4. I'm surprised, but The Hounds of Baskerville are in here, and looking forward to reading this whenever I get past all the other books I have. Then I got Fourth Wing. I've been hearing people talk about this, and a lot of folks are saying there may be a TV a TV series done for this sooner or later, so just be looking out. But this is the holiday edition, and what makes it so neat is that it's red. Then, if you turn it to the side, it's black. The pages are dipped in black on the edges, which I find to be very fascinating. But I got this at Walmart. Somebody gave me a gift card for Christmas, and I used that to buy this. Then I went ahead, pardon me, and picked up my, selfie stick broke. I'm just Jimmy rigging today. So excuse me. Hopefully I have a new one sooner or later. Then I picked up Iron Flame. Wanted to make sure I got this one as well, which I'm really enjoying these. They're very fascinating to me. But I'm going to enjoy them. I haven't read them yet. But I'm getting there. I promise I am. But then, let me redo this. Excuse me, y'all. Right there. Yeah. Then I picked up A Magic Steeped in Poison. This was the last book I needed from Judy Lynn. This person is what was the first one called? A Venom Dark and Sweet. This is the first book in that series. I love the fact that this is, look at that. That is so neat. I just noticed that. It's pink and it's got fish. That is fascinating. But anyway, very, very nicely done. I like that. Love that cover. I'm going to have to look up the artist for that. Then I picked up some paperbacks. I found this one at Dollar General. I mean, books are everywhere if you want them. This is the sequel to Wicked. This is called Son of a Witch. Then I picked up the Dark Sword trilogy, and I think I'm going to enjoy this one as well. Pretty much this boy is a rogue. Well, he's not a rogue. I want to say he's one of those, kids that everybody says brings misfortune because he can't do magic. In this world, you've got to have magic or you're considered a nobody or nothing, and nobody wants anything to do with you. So pretty much, he'd been getting by somehow or another using his wits and what little chemistry or alchemy he knows, but that has fallen through the cracks now, and he had to run from the village. So he runs into this alchemist or scientist, if you like to say it, and pretty much this dude, he also doesn't have any magic. So what he does is he crafts a sword that can cut through magic. And so the enemy does not want that to happen, that they could actually stop the magic. But this is the first volume is called Forging the Dark Sword. Second volume is called Doom of the Dark Sword. And the third volume is called Triumph of the Dark Sword. Then I picked up, I'll put this down, the Elminster's trilogy. Well, it's actually 4 books. And this is how it all got started. The Elminster, these are the Forgotten Realm novels. Elminster in Myth Drannor. Elminster, The Making of a Mage. Elminster in Hell. Don't know how he got there. Let me see. On the world of his birth, he's all but a god. But when an ancient evil banishes him to the depths of the 9 hells, he's just another lost soul. Elminster, sage of Shadowdale, chosen of Mystra, faces his most desperate struggle to survive, to escape, to cling to his very sanity, and all the forces of the Inferno are rallied against him. Sounds good to me. Then there's Elminster's daughter, and pretty much it's his daughter's story this time. And pretty much the Elminster, he's been going through the world. He got a kid. He walked out on the woman who had the child. Well, he left her pregnant. I don't know if he knew, but he knew how dangerous it was to try and, keep a family. I believe he left them to keep them safe, but she doesn't know that. So she's out to kill him pretty much. But let me read the very first one real quick. The very first Elminster in Myth Drannor. It is the time of the great elven city of Cormathon, when the heartlands are home to barbarians, wicked dragons, rulers of the sky, and the elven people trust no one. Wizards and warriors alike threaten their civilization in vain ignorance, arrogance, and quest for glory. Thus it was that Elminster was guided to Corathon, the towers of song, where Elgathrim was Cornell. There he dwelled for 12 summers and more, studying with many mighty mages, learning to feel magic and know how it could be bent and directed to his will. It is recorded that when the Mythos was landed and Chrono became Myth Drannor, Elminster was among those who devised and spun that mighty magic. So pretty much that's the whole beginning of the series of that. Then I picked up by accident, if I'd have been paying attention, I would have known about this, Terry Brooks' Wizard at Large. I think this is going to be good as well. Then I started picking up the Shannara books. Be careful if you're a person who's getting first editions. Sometimes these are book club versions, so they were ordered from that club, and they're not worth anything, really, unless they're signed. But I picked up Terry Brooks' The Elfstones of Shannara. And, of course, the very first one, I love this artwork here. I'm going to have to look them dudes up. The Sword of Shannara. And then I picked up, not paying attention, not knowing that this was a volume. This is The Magic Kingdom of Landover, Volume 1. So if you don't want to buy all 3 books of these, like I did, because I didn't pay attention, you can just get this one. This one's got Magic Kingdom for Sale Sold, The Black Unicorn, and Wizard at Large. Then I picked up The Wishstones of Shannara. Then this one didn't come with a cover. I don't really think I'll be putting the clear Mylar cover on this. Who knows? I may just get a brown paper bag put on here. But anyway, The First King of Shannara. Then, like I said, I picked up Magic Kingdom for Sale Sold, which I think this is going to be good. Let me read the back. I know I'm taking up y'all's time. Here we go. Landover, Island of enchantment and adventure, rescued from the mist of time, home to knights and knaves, of dragons and damsels, of wizards and warlocks. Magic mixed with iron and chivalry is the code of life for the true hero. All of your fantasies become real in this kingdom from another world. Only one thread of this whole cloth is lacking. You, to rule over all as king and high lord. Escape into your dreams and be born again. Price. Oh, me, that's funny. Personal interview and financial disclosure inquired of Meek's home office. But yeah, that is too funny. But yeah, it's pretty much sold. They want to sell this place. I don't know why, but it sounds funny to me. I did put that Vylar on there. This is actually a first edition. I was surprised. And then we've got the Talisman of Shannara. And that, my friends, is my haul video. And sorry it took so long, but I really want to read a few paragraphs of some of these books. Hopefully you'll be interested in reading them and enjoy them as much as I enjoy them. Because, I mean, I read the Blossom Cult book, every once in a while. It makes me laugh and forget about my troubles for a little while. But y'all stay safe out there. Later days.